Hello, welcome to episode 292 of the Epic Film Challenge, and this is the start of another little mini marathon thing that's going on throughout this whole Epic Film Challenge that's focusing on superhero films, and it will culminate in something pretty special at the end of it, so look forward to that. But for now, kicking it off, Watchmen, or Watchmen. It's the Dr. Manhattan case thing, not that that's relevant, but Watchmen. I was thinking about how to describe the plot of this film, and it's just complicated, so I'll just read the thing off the back. The year is 1985, and superheroes have banded together to respond to the murder of one of their own. They soon uncover a sinister plot that pulls... What? They soon uncover a sinister plot that puts all of humanity in grave danger. I don't like reading this, it sounds weird. The superheroes fight to stop the impending doom, only to find themselves a target for annihilation. But if our superheroes are gone, who will save us? Yeah, that didn't really help, I don't think. Anyway, it's set in an alternate 1985 where Nixon's still the president, and the Vietnam War is won in a week when Nixon sends this guy, Dr. Manhattan, into Vietnam, and he just blows people up with his hands because he can... He was a scientist, and he was in an accident, and he became this big blue guy who could just bend matter to his will and all that kind of stuff. So he's the only real superhero of the film. The rest are kind of just masked vigilantes who call themselves the Watchmen, who've been around for like years, and there's been different incarnations of them, and they're all retired when we see them in Watchmen. And the film opens with one of the Watchmen who's retired getting murdered, called the Comedian. And then, and then it's like a mystery, like who killed him, why did they kill him? So one of the other Watchmen, called Rorschach, who's this cool dude who walks around in a trench coat and a hat, and he's got this like cloth mask over his face that has like a Rorschach test kind of changing on it, which looks really cool. And he's just a great character. The actor plays him really well, just the highlight of the film. And he's like trying to investigate the murder of the Comedian. Then he brings in a guy who used to be Night Owl, who's let himself go as well, and then the second half of the film is the second act of the film is about Dr. Manhattan and, his life and what he's doing, and then there's like a nuclear war crisis and like all that kind of stuff. It's a really complicated film with a lot of mystery, but really, really cool. The music used in it is a big highlight for me. I love the music they use, like Jimi Hendrix, Bob Dylan. It's just awesome. Zack Snyder directed this, who directed the Dawn of the Dead remake. I know you like that film a lot. And yeah, I think he did a great job. This was a graphic novel, and apparently people said it was unfilmable, but I think the guy who directed it did a great job. I went to see the midnight screening of this, and it was really great. Just gets better every time I watch it. I think I actually said when we were watching it about 4 or 5 times, I love this film. I just had to say it because there's some great moments in this, some funny moments, some awesome action moments, and just great use of music and just great characters. It really goes in depth in the characters. It's a really long film as well. It's like nearly 3 hours long. But yeah, one of my favourite superhero films ever. It's just an awesome film. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Really, really good.
I watched this for the first time a few years ago, and I was really disappointed because the guy who plays the Comedian, can't remember his name right now. I was such a big fan of him, and I really, really was looking forward to seeing him in a full movie because he's so great. And then he just dies, like in the beginning, and I was like, the fuck? But then, like, you see more of him, and then it just turns out that he's a proper asshole. Like a horrible, horrible man. Comedian? What? It sounds like a good guy. No, he's not. He's awful. He rapes and stuff. Or tries to. Horrible. Anyways, but of course he's a great actor either way. Just shows how some actors can do a lot of different roles, because usually he's just a really nice, kind guy in almost everything he plays, or what I've seen so far, and here he's just like a proper dick. Anyways, and so I was really impressed with the movie the second time because I tried to look at it in a different way, and it just turned out how awesome it is. And Rorschach So fucking awesome. Jesus Christ. He's such a good actor, and I'm pretty sure it's really difficult to act with a cloth in front of your face, if you know what I mean, because you can't express yourself. It's just his voice is really, really, really good. I don't like that Dr. Manhattan is naked. There's something about Dr. Manhattan that I just don't like. I don't know, he's weird. Everything else, pretty good. I do picture it as a comic, like you said, you know, it's really comic-like. Like, I'm imagining they would say that, like, oh no, you can't make this into a movie. Because when I think back at it, I see comic strips, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Really cool. Ending is frustrating. That might have been one of the reasons why I just like remember not liking the movie the first time.
Well, I really enjoy that it's like a final ending. There's no like, oh, look out for Watchmen 2. Like it's an ending and it's just one story and that's it.
I would give it a I don't know, 8.5.
Okay.
If I would have rated it without watching it again now, before this, I would probably give it a 6.5 because I was so disappointed because I was like, oh, superhero movie, yes, with him, woohoo! What? It's so weird. Like Batman rip-off costume almost, and of course when I watched it first time I really liked Rorschach as well. But I liked him even more this time. Without his mask as well. Awesome.
One thing that I didn't like about the film was the sex scene between I forget her name now. There's a girl in it who's part of the Watchmen.
God, yeah.
And the Night Owl.
Jesus.
I forget his name as well, but his Night Owl was his masked alter ego, and they kind of get together, and they try to have sex on the couch, and like it goes a bit wrong. If you remember. And I thought that was great because it was really realistic and stuff.
I thought you were talking about the.
Yeah, I am. But I liked it when it was like awkward and like realistic, and then they go out in the ship and they just have this over the top sex scene with a really awful version of Hallelujah playing, and then like the ship bursts out flames, like a just horrible euphemism.
It's like you might as well just show a little like a video of a train going through a tunnel. And
well, yeah,
it was almost like that.
It is. It's just like another one of those, but.
Fireworks and stuff.
I didn't really like that, you know. I thought I could have done without that scene, really. Didn't really add much, and it was just over the top. But, you know, I love the imagery in the film as well, like the little smiley face badge with the blood on it and stuff, and there's loads of just great shots. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.